Aries, how are you doing? This is your energy reading for the last quarter of the year, and this is a general reading. So let's see what is happening for you, Aries. And here we go. So we're going to pick 3 cards first, and then we'll take it from there. The first card, we have the Storm. The Storm. Okay. Second card, we have Pup of Caretakers. Now this is a wolf deck. So, the theme is wolves. But don't worry about the theme. Important thing is we're just reading the energy. Okay, this one is the feminine. Okay, so we're going to go through them one at a time. I'm going to first talk about the Storm, right? So the last quarter, you may start the last quarter with a little bit of chaos. The chaos could be coming from your sense of direction. To me, what I'm picking up is more like you are unsure at this point what is the direction you want to take in your life. Things seem to be very shaky. You're not sure, do I do this, do I do that, right? So there's a lot of uncertainty. Everything seems chaotic at this point in time. But, as you progress through the months and as you approach the end of the year, things do get clearer for you. All right. So at the moment, it feels a bit chaotic. You may begin October with a little bit of that kind of energy, but I wouldn't worry too much because it is just a phase that you're going through, and it's a necessary chaos, so to speak. And going through the storm, this is normal, right, in any growth and development. But let's pick a clarifier for this and see what we get. So I'm using this deck, and this is the Shamanic Healing Oracle. And let's see what we have for the chaos or the storm. And the energy is sexual energy, right? So I feel the chaos could also be your emotions, right? Emotionally, you are unsure right now about where you stand, and you don't know where to direct your sexual energies. Now, sexual energies is not necessarily about sex, but it's certainly about your creative force, your creative energies. So you're not sure where to engage your creative energy. Like, should I put my creative energy into my work? Should I focus my energy into something else, right? Now, the reality is we don't have to choose where the energies should go, because we do need these sort of energies in all areas of our lives. So sexual energy, is about creative force, creative energy. You can use creative energy in your work, you can use creative energy in your personal life, in your hobbies, and so on, right? But they have to be productive energies, which means the energies have to be used for good, has to be used for something that can produce something else for you, right? It's not just wasted energy that doesn't do anything, right? So maybe learning to redirect your energies more appropriately would be highly recommended for you as you go through the storm, right? I feel like the storm is about direction and also emotional storm, a little bit of that coming up, okay? So keep that in mind. And I want to pick a clarifier now for the second card. Oh no, I haven't shared what the second card is all about. So the Pup of Caretakers, this is also about creativity. So this sexual energy card is like a story, a continuation, and brings us to this particular energy, which is creativity. So it's asking you to, or the energies rather, for the last quarter of the year is asking you to contemplate further and ask yourself, how am I using my creative force appropriately? How can I use this to help me to manifest things? How can I use this in a way that is going to be beneficial for me, beneficial for other people, and help me live a life of purpose? These are some questions that you can ask yourself, right? So creative energies are very powerful. And when misdirected, they can cause chaos for us. And that's not what we want. Remember, the first card is about chaos, right? So you want to move out of chaos, and that's why it's important to use your creative energies and your sexual energies productively. Let's pick a clarifier for that creativity that we got. The clarifier is for Pup of Caretakers, okay? Pup of Caretakers. So we have stripping illusions, right? Stripping illusions. So when you want to use your creative energies, important to strip away illusions. Sometimes when we are buying into illusions of things, then we find it very difficult to use our creative force, our creative energies. So what are some of the illusions that you may have? What I'm picking up is really self-doubt, illusion about self, illusion about other people, illusion about what success is. So these are things in which you need to sit down, strip away all of these nonsensical or distracting thoughts that may prevent you from really going into the root of what you want to do in life. There are a lot of distractions, right? Every day we're confronted with distractions, so strip away these illusions and then you will see much more clearly the direction that you want to head towards, right? Remember your first card was about chaos, right? Not knowing which direction to go. Now I'd like you to know also by the end of the year you would have come to a point where you will learn, or you have to learn how to embrace your feminine energy, because feminine energy is about abundance. So this is the feminine, and the feminine is about abundance, about being fertile, and you will reach that point, right, where you will be able to see much more clearly the direction you want to take, and then you'll be able to manifest the things that you want, or manifest the direction you want, and you will start the new year almost with a fresh start and almost with much more power within you, feeling much more empowered. Having said that, these things do not just magically happen, right? So you need to do the work, you need to strip away illusion, as I've said, you need to be mindful of how you're using sexual energies or creative energies. When you do your homework, so to speak, then you will be able to arrive at this point, okay? I feel sometimes people think that in tarot cards or in energy reading, whatever we say, right, whatever the cards come up means that it's definitely going to come true. It's not necessarily that. It still requires you to do the work, right? It's not going to just magically happen. So the work is required, and I emphasize that. And that's why, we have cards like this, right, telling you to strip illusions. So really necessary to do the required work. So let's pick a clarifier for the feminine. We want to pick a clarifier for this particular card, feminine, which is about abundance. And here we have grounding, and very appropriate. In order to have greater abundance, we need to be grounded. So our ideas need to be grounded, they need to be practical, they cannot just be building castles in the air. So stripping away illusions, right, remember? And then you ground your ideas, bring them into manifestation, be practical about them, and then you will allow abundance to flow much more fluidly. Let's pick a card from this deck and see what we have. We want some inspiration for Aries. And Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Now this card talks about creative force as well. And this card is also about looking at what is laid out in front of you and making choices. And you will have greater abundance of choices if you are able to work through the chaos. So this is a positive card. I feel good about this for you. And this seems to be relating to opportunities being presented to you, not just in your work, whether it's promotion or projects, but especially if you're running your business, your own business. There seems to be a lot of opportunities given to you. But you must have the eyes to see and the ears to listen to these opportunities. Because if you don't, then you're going to miss them, right? I mean, opportunities are always present for us. But whether we can see them, it's another matter, okay? So let's pick one from this deck. We want some inspirational messages for Aries. And here we go. We have precious time. Precious time. And it says here, the fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other people's time either. Okay, very good reminder here. Let's see for Aries, one card from this deck and see what we get. And we have Have faith in your dreams. This is a good confirmation, right? Whatever dreams that you have faith in them and work through them. Work through the illusions, ground your ideas, right? If things seems chaotic, then you need to really streamline, ground, ask for help if necessary, Aries. Okay, so the end of the year for you, end of 2022 for you seems to be a time when you are reassessing a lot of things that's happening in your life or that has been happening, especially in the past few years. And have you reached a new cycle of growth, or are you stagnated? These are some questions to ask, and these are some of the things I'm picking up. And also, I feel that there is stagnation also in personal relationship. That seems to be quite something highlighted in this particular card. All right, and so maybe that is causing a little bit of chaos in your life. So reassess, see where you are, and then strip away illusions and make decisions. Okay, so Aries, I wish you a wonderful last quarter of the year. If you need more dedicated or clarity, right? More dedicated time for your personal growth and journey, and you want some clarity, you can always book a personalized session. Details down below in the description box. And if you like the message so far, I'm so tongue-tied today. If you like the message so far today, give me a like to the video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so have a wonderful last quarter of the year. God bless.